Hello, welcome to United States National Bank. Would you like to do a deposit or a withdrawal today?
That is not what brings me here today.
Oh, then what would be your reason for visiting today?
I would like to do a small taxation on the National Bank. You heard me. I would tax the National Bank for being an out-of-state bank. You heard me. I would tax the National Bank for being an out-of-state.
But we're a national bank, and you're just a state. You don't even have the right to do that. Plus, how much do you even want to tax us?
$15,000
That's not that bad.
a year.
A year? Are you serious?
Yeah, yearly.
But isn't the bank supposed to make the U.S. economy better?
Yeah, but thanks to the elastic clause in the Constitution, which created the National Bank, we could tax it.
That isn't right. Even if I'm just a cashier, I'm not allowing you to do that.
I will sue the National Bank and get the tax no matter what.
Today, we are here to hear the case of J.S. McCulloch and the state of Maryland.
Your Honor, I am the representative of the Second Bank of the United States Baltimore branch, and I do not think that Maryland has a right to impose a tax on a federal institution.
The Congress must ask two questions first. The first one is if the Congress has the authority to establish a national bank. The second one is if the state can tax a national bank. The court only asks this because the recent addition of the National Bank, which is currently the only out-of-state bank, and according to Maryland's laws, they could tax any out-of-state bank.
This Constitution grants us the right to create an institution that no state can undermine. This tax is just an inconvenient attack on the future and foundation of our economic stability.
Objection. The Constitution does empower the federal government to establish institutions like the Second National Bank of the United States.
It is true that the 10th Amendment does give power to the states. Do you have any more to add, Mr. McCulloch?
Yes, Your Honor, I agree that the state of Maryland does have power, but the taxation that is attempted to be imposed on the National Bank is of no small sum. I trust that the court will see reason to uphold the principle of our great nation.
I do have the report presented by Maryland where it states that they could tax the National Bank $15,000 annually. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, a strong nation requires us to be together. States cannot operate by themselves. When the whole nation should be together, this taxation is unreasonable.
Objection, Your Honor. States play a crucial role in the federal system, and their ability to govern themselves is essential for local needs and interests.
Thanks for both parties for presenting your cases today. After meditating about it and thinking it was right, the court has come to the conclusion that the taxation attempt that Maryland is trying to do on the National Bank is an abuse of power. The point of the National Bank, funded by Alexander Hamilton, is to help out with the economy of the United States of America. Without further ado, the court has decided to side with Mr. McCulloch tonight. Thank you. Have a nice night.
That'll work.
The case of McCulloch vs Maryland had a very great effect on the future of the United States because the case gave more power to the federal authority and thereby a precedent for broad interpretation of implemented powers under the necessary and proper clause. This decision made it for a solid central government which will work on national problems and provide guidelines for courts in the interpretation of the Constitution. It allowed the development of national unity, which was absolutely crucial in times of regional wars, and influenced economic growth by allowing national banking systems to be built and infrastructure constructed. In all the case, all the most important factor in shaping the dynamics and the federalism of the U.S., paving the way for rebelling government to respond to an explanation nation.